This is Old British News with Ian Waugh. We are seeing how useful and interesting old newspaper articles can be for family historians. In a few minutes, I'll show you how I can do a voluntary, free of charge news search for you. Like today, much of what was reported in the late Georgian and Victorian press covered the darker side of life. There were few editorial guidelines in place to protect the reader from what we call today fake news. Whilst many editors felt obliged to provide a truthful service to its captive audience, some were less scrupulous with the facts. When it came to murder, for some papers it was open season with description and handling the truth. The Victorian newspaper market was hugely competitive on a local level, and the Victorians seemed thirsty for the gruesome facts. Megan contacted me about a murder case that attracted national attention in 1858. During the night of the 24th and 25th of March, shop owner and councillor Peter Williamson from Lerwick in Scotland murdered his wife and 3 of his 6 children and then killed himself in their home. Another of his children was injured but survived, whilst another child was not at home at the time of the attack. Prior to the tragedy, Williamson was a town councillor from 1850. He worked as a general merchant, draper and grocer. He was, from all accounts, a well-liked and much respected man in Lerwick. His business was showing no signs of financial problems. Coverage of this tragic and brutal event was extensive and beyond Scotland. Many papers questioned the motive and why this middle-class man should commit such horror. Some papers speculated that he'd been drinking. Some suggested his mind was unstable. For Megan, I was able to provide a range of news reports. The East Anglian Daily Times, published between 1876 and 1910, reported that at Colchester Police Court on Thursday the 8th of July 1909, Abraham Spinks, a chimney sweep, and his son William Spinks were charged and held on remand with stealing a white leghorn cockerel and a chicken, the property of persons unknown. The chief constable said he had been unable to complete his inquiries in the case, but it was possible he might find the owner during the next 24 hours. He asked for further remand for the 2 accused, Abraham and William, and they protested that they did not steal the fowls and were losing work through being in custody. The bench adjourned the case until the following Tuesday, and the father and son were released on bail of £10 each. That's about £780 in today's money. Anyway, the following week it transpired that the person who owned the chickens did not want to be identified. So the case collapsed after the chairman of the court advised Spinks Senior and Junior to leave the court. We're looking at the vast array of news articles in the British press between 1750 and 1950. Researching family history can be pricey, and for many of us, the cost excludes us from gaining access to the information we crave. Sometimes old newspaper reports are the only remaining record of an event or even of a person. What I provide is a free, easy-to-use voluntary service designed to assist anyone interested in their UK family history. So, if you send me the basics, I will search and hopefully identify news articles, no matter of size or significance or location in the UK, so long as they appeared in the British press between 1750 and 1950. To contact me, please go to Old British News, that's one word, oldbritishnews.com, and complete the secure form on the right-hand side of each page. I will send you the news reports by email as attachments. And if I don't find anything, I'll let you know anyway. So, if it happened, it was probably in the news. Until next time, take care.